Viewport configurations. In the left-hand corner of our drawing screen, we have an in-canvas controls. So over on the left, we have a viewport controls, this little dash. I click on this little dash, and we'll have a viewport configuration list. Right now, we're in a single viewport. We can switch to any type we want. So we can have two vertical, for example. And we'll switch it into two vertical tiles. I come over here and I can hit that plus button, and I can go to 3. You can see we have 6 different ones in the 3, and when it says 3, that's how many tiles there are. But then the word is where is the third one located at, and I can say, well, I want the 3 right, and we'll have the big one on the right. Okay, so the big one's on the right when we do that type of one. So I'm going to pick on the plus button here, and I can say I want 3 horizontal. Okay, and I'll hit the plus button. But the most commonly used one is 4 equal. So we have 4 equal ones here, and so down here I can zoom in here a little small there, and we can set these up any way we like. At any time, I can come back in here and go back to a single by going to my single configuration. We also have, when we go into our in-canvas controls and go to our viewport controls, we have in the configuration list down here at the bottom, we have configure. Now, when we're in here, I can say I want, let's say, 4 equal. And down here we have some setup controls that we have to take a look at. When we say apply to, when we apply to the display, it applies the model space viewport configuration to the whole display or to the current viewport. If you want everything to stick, you want the current viewport. We also have 2D or 3D. So we want to go with a 3D. And we also want to say, change view to, and this is to specify what viewpoint we want to look at in this particular our viewport. And we can go with current, for example, and we can pick a visual style. So I'm just going to go with 3D, current viewport, current realistic, say OK, and boom. We automatically kicked into 3 different ones here. You know, I can come in here now, and I can make my changes to however I want. I can come in and say, you know, here we go, and zoom in all I want, zoom out however, and we have our 4 viewports set up and configured the way we want. We can actually give this configuration a new name if we like. So that is, if I go hit the plus, I go to the configuration list and go to configure. I can come and give this a name, an actual name, how we like it, and we can set up our configuration setups down here to any way we like. So I come in here and make these changes. So essentially this configures whether to apply the configuration to the entire display or just an active viewport when we say apply to. This is for 3D, and we want to do everything in this class for 3D. We did 2D view tiles when we were in AutoCAD 1. Change view to, we specify the viewport point for the selected viewport. So we can say we want the top view, the right view, the current view, and a realistic style. So we can set up to any style you want here, and you can you typically like to go with the realistic if you can. So these are viewport configurations. We're using the Viewports command when we do this, when we're configuring the viewports.